Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to Did You Know? Brought to you by Mallard Bay. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
That is right. I am here today. Did you know?
You want me to go first? You going first?
I can go first. Right. Did you know?
I don't know.
That the autism rate, I've said it before, I'll say it again, 1 in 31. There's your did you know.
I thought in California it's like 1 in 22.
1 in 12 and a half.
Wow.
1 in 12 and a half. So I'm going to say that every week until we figure out the answer.
June.
September.
Or September. Sometime it's coming.
Yeah. September.
Did you see now they're going to take on the, he's going to take on the, what's it called in the skies? The
chemtrails.
Chemtrails, yes.
Chemtrails. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, anyways, go back to your
All right, so my did you know is about the Michelin stars.
Restaurant stars.
Restaurant
People that doesn't
stars.
understand.
It's also a tire company.
So it's what?
It's also a tire company.
Well, yes, I understand that. It's a French thing.
It was.
And the same company that owns the tire company is the one that's named after the Michelin stars.
They started it.
Yeah, I know.
So you do know.
Well, yeah, did you know? I do know this.
You do know this.
I don't know no facts about it, but I know it's the same people.
Andre Michelin.
I didn't know it was Andre. So
Yeah,
I did not know.
there you go. He didn't just build a tire company. He built an illusion, and the world bought into it. Before anyone knew about his tires, he made himself a household name by creating the guide to Michelin restaurants. So in 1900, France only had 3,000 cars in the entire country.
Okay.
3,000, that's it. The Michelin brothers had invented a replaceable air-filled tire, but faced a problem. Nobody's driving.
That's the problem.
You sell tires, nobody's driving. Doesn't really work.
We need the American consumer here.
So they created a small red book and they gave it away for free. Inside, maps, car tips, and fueling stations locations were all in this book. And one seemingly innocent addition would alter their history. They started putting restaurant recommendations in there. Unfortunately for them, nobody had value to what they were because they were giving it away for free. So they ended up charging 7 francs in 1920. After that, it became like the what do they call that thing? The Farmer's Almanac. Everybody had to get one for whatever reason. You put a little bit of value with it.
It's a Frommer's, basically. You know what that is?
I don't know what a Frommer's is.
Frommer's is used to buy Frommer's wherever you went on vacation at.
Yeah.
It'll be a guide to that area. It's called Frommer's. So if you were going to Pennsylvania, you could buy Frommer's on Pennsylvania.
Right.
So it's basically a restaurant guide, but it didn't get value until they charged for it.
Until they started charging
and I'm
for
assuming $7 in 1920 was about like
7 francs.
7 francs.
I don't know what that is.
That's $1 there. That's their dollar. But it's probably like $100 today.
Yeah. He walked inside a tire shop and he was appalled. He saw that when they were giving it away for free, they had a wobbly table and they were using the Michelin guide to sturdy their table. So after that, they started charging for it. And then people started following it religiously, but they were not reading it for tire maintenance tips. They weren't studying the maps. They weren't trying to figure out where to fuel up. They became obsessed with the restaurant listings. So they made the decision that would transform their tire company into something far more powerful. They hired mysterious inspectors. Their identities kept secret even from their own families. These culinary ghosts traveled alone, eating 300 meals yearly, judging silently, and in 1926 they awarded the first stars. By 1931, the three-star system was born. 1 star, you get a very good restaurant. 2 stars, excellent cooking, worth a detour. 3 stars, exceptional cuisine, worth a special journey. The true brilliance was in the exclusivity. Only a handful of restaurants received stars, transforming them from ordinary to extraordinary literally overnight. Whenever the book restaurant reservations became impossible, wait list stressed for months, all leading to the one outcome that they'd been hoping for from the beginning: more driving, more miles, more tire sales. So yeah, they had tires that nobody was buying. Their maps were so good that during World War II, the Germans used the book to invade France. Then Allied troops at Normandy relied on them after Germans destroyed all the street signs. A restaurant guide from a tire company had become a weapon of war.
Very interesting.
So there is a little bit of a dark side to this. In 2003, famed chef Bernard Luisa shot himself after rumors that he might lose a star. Other chefs have had breakdowns and begged to have their stars returned.
So once you become a 5-star, I think 5 stars is the highest now, right?
I don't know. Gordon Ramsay.
But let's just say it's 3-star still. But
Right.
so once you're a 3-star, that doesn't mean you're 3-star forever.
I guess not. It doesn't sound like it. So yeah, more people, more drivers, and I don't know. It's kind of brilliant, but I don't know how much of it was actually planned.
They still brag about it today because if you watch the Food Network,
It's all about
Michelin stars all the time. They talk about it.
But I'm just saying, whenever they invented the Michelin guide, I don't think that they thought, "Hey, let's put restaurants in there." I don't think that they dreamed it would become what it was.
I don't know if I've ever eaten at a Michelin star restaurant.
See, I don't know how that works. I'm trying to find out what.
I would think if you had one, you'd have that sandwich right out in the front door when people walk in. That's the first thing they'd see.
But like, if you're a Michelin chef, does that follow you, or does that stay with that restaurant? Like, I know Gordon Ramsay is a Michelin. He's got several Michelin stars.
Have you ever eaten at a Michelin restaurant that you knew about?
I've eaten at that's what I'm saying. I've eaten at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, but I don't know that
I understand what you're saying.
but he wasn't the chef either, though.
Right. I don't know that
I mean?
I've ever had a Michelin star meal, and I may have. I've eaten at some pretty nice places. I just don't.
Alan Dukakis, he's earned a Michelin star in 6 countries.
Alain Ducasse.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's French, and I'm sure I fucked it up. I don't think Dukakis is it.
Dukakis?
I think it's Ducasse.
I don't think he's a Michelin star guy. Let me go back and try to figure this out. Oh, no, never mind. But I don't know how many. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Michelin stars.
That's an interesting story though. That's really crazy. And Michelin, do they still own the tire company?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, you can go on with yours, and I'll figure this out.
What are you trying to figure out?
Who has the most?
Oh, Michelin stars?
Yeah.
Okay, mine's food today too. That's kind of crazy. Did you know 50 strong facts about tea and coffee?
It's a good antioxidant. Okay, real quick before you get on. Chef with the most Michelin stars, Joe Robuchon.
Yes.
Robuchon has earned 31 stars over his career. He is followed by that Alain Ducasse with 21 and Gordon Ramsay at 17. The
Interesting.
floor is yours.
Okay. In England, TV pickups occur in the United Kingdom when millions of people simultaneously turn on electric kettles to brew tea or coffee during breaks in popular television programs, causing a surge in electricity demand. The UK has to have a special power station just for coffee and tea time. John Sylvan, one of the co-creators of the Keurig machines, experienced caffeine poisoning in 1995 due to his habit of consuming. How many cups of coffee do you think you drink a day?
To get caffeine poisoning?
Yep. Every day, 7 days a week.
I'm trying to think of how many I drink. Maybe that's what I got.
How many cups of coffee do you think you have a day? You drink a pot of coffee a
I
day?
drink a pot a day. Well, minus a cup because Jesse has a cup.
That's 7 cups.
No, I don't think it's that many. I mean, maybe. I got a big mug.
How much do you think Dad used to drink?
I'm gonna say 50 cups of coffee will get you
30 to 40 cups a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of coffee. What's a pot? 7, 8?
I don't know. Like I can refill my thing like 4 times. But I don't think that it's like a cup measurement.
Dad used to drink 3 pots of coffee a day, just about. Him and Ronnie Ainsworth would. So who knows? Okay. Drinking 4 liters of Earl Grey tea per day can cause a condition known as Earl Grey tea intoxication,
You don't want that.
leading to severe muscle cramps and blurred vision. However, reducing the intake to 1 to 2 liters eliminates these symptoms. I don't even know how much a liter is. So, do you know what's in a coffee creamer? Like if you go buy some, what's that stuff called that's got the creamer? We have it at the lodge too. Carnation Instant Cream or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Coffee Mate.
Mm-hmm. Do I know what's in it?
What do you think's in it?
I've not read the ingredients, but it's something that makes your... I'm going to say whitening.
Whitening?
Yeah.
Do you think there's milk in it or cream?
Not that powder shit, probably not.
Most coffee creamers consist primarily of water, oil, and sugar with no actual milk or cream. Some brands include casein, which is a milk-derived ingredient. In the 1970s, East Germany faced a coffee shortage and turned to Vietnam for its supply. East Germany invested tens of millions of dollars in Vietnam to get their coffee harvest up. So in 20 years, when the first harvest was ready in 1990, East Germany was no longer around.
Damn it. Takes 20 years?
To get from the time you plant them to start harvest them every year, I guess. It's a 20-year investment.
Good Lord.
When coffee first arrived in Europe during the 17th century, some people viewed it with suspicion, calling the bitter invention of Satan. In 1615, the clergy in Venice sought Pope Clemente VII's intervention. After trying the beverage, he found it delightful and granted it papal approval. Tea ranks as the most popular drink in the world, second only to plain water. Globally, people consume more tea than all other manufactured beverage combined, including coffee, soda, and alcohol. That surprises me. In 1740,
No, not me.
that they drink more coffee than alcohol, soda. I mean, they drink more tea than coffee, soda, and alcohol combined. There's a lot of drunks in the world.
You don't know how
And a lot
much
of
tea
coffee
they're
drinkers.
drinking over there.
I drink tea all the time. That's my drink. In 1746, a Swedish king attempted to prove coffee's unhealthiness by ordering one man to drink large amounts of coffee, his identical twin to consume the same amount of tea daily for life. Ironically, both twins outlived the doctors and the king himself.
Yeah.
Arizona iced tea is the same price today it was in 1992.
99 cents.
I did not know that.
It says they're not going to go up.
Coffee stimulates bowel movements because caffeine triggers contractions in the colon and intestinal muscles.
Yes, it does do that.
Coffee is the best thing you can take for gout. Consuming coffee in moderation can help lower uric acid buildup in the body and preserve gout.
Now, I think when you're saying it's the best,
It helps. It's not the best.
No. It's without all the shit that you add to it.
It's a natural, just coffee by itself. Black coffee.
Yeah.
You know how many calories are in a cup of black coffee with nothing in it, just black coffee?
15.
One calorie in a cup of black coffee. So basically, you can drink all the plain black coffee you want and you're fine.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, the British actively pushed addictive opium into the Chinese population to balance a trade deficit. At the time, China only traded silver for tea and silk, which left the British struggling financially. The solution was to sell opium, and unfortunately, it worked. So the next time I hear about Americans giving smallpox to blankets, the British were sending opium to China to get them people addicted to opium, so all countries are bad. Nearly the entire world uses one of the two terms to refer to tea, both derived from the Chinese words te, used in languages like Spanish and English, and cha, used in languages like Hindi and Russian. When tea arrived over land, the term cha spread, while tea or te spread in areas where the tea arrived by sea. So in the United States, we call it tea. If you go to Italy or something, they were going to call it cha because they would get it by land. After the Boston Tea Party, many Americans switched to drinking coffee during the Revolutionary War because consuming tea was seen as unpatriotic.
Yeah.
When coffee arrived in Europe from Arabia, it fueled the resistance in the Age of Enlightenment. In its early days, the Royal Society of London held meetings in a coffee shop instead of a pub. Guess where they drink the most coffee in the world at?
Oh boy. Probably somewhere where they have coffee beans.
No.
No, not where they're made. What's funny is I just saw like a map of the world broken down by coffee and tea. I'm just gonna say good old US of A.
No. The Nordic countries. Finland is the world's highest coffee consumer, and they drink more than twice as much coffee as they do in Italy. Italy, France, and Brazil do not rank among the top 10 highest consumers of coffee.
That's per capita, I guess?
I guess. Researchers have discovered that people who drink at least 2 cups of tea per day had 9 to 13% lower risk of death compared to non-tea drinkers. I'm outliving mom then. Southern sweet tea originally symbolized wealth. Do you know why it did?
Sugar
What else?
and ice.
That's right. Smart man.
I am.
Tea, ice, and sugar were all extremely expensive during its early popularity. I never thought about because I love ice. Everything I have has got to have ice in it. Other than hot tea, I want ice in everything I have and lots of ice. I can't imagine living when there was no ice. Last time we went to the Boundary Waters, that's the thing that I crave more than anything was a glass with some ice in it.
I hate ice.
Oh, I love it.
I don't like the way it hits my lips whenever I drink on it. You don't get as much liquid. You don't get to, you cut your drink down by 67% at least.
No, I don't. I'll just get another drink. And boy, don't go to Sonic now. Whew, them suckers right now. You
Fill it up with ice.
It's expensive.
Everything.
And I'm not a price guy. 4 Route 44 drinks, $20. They used to be $4. And you know it's not that expensive for fountain sodas.
No.
Everybody always adds all this high dollar shit in there. Okay. In 2022, a personal trainer in Wales named Tom Mansfield accidentally overdosed on caffeine. After miscalculating the amount of powder he needed on kitchen scales, he consumed the equivalent of 200 cups of coffee in 1 cup.
Whoops.
Boy, he was spurging. Gosh almighty.
I wonder what a caffeine overdose entails.
Heart blowing up.
Think so?
Probably. Before losing the $3 million settlement to a woman who suffered third-degree burns from spilled coffee, McDonald's has received over 700 reports of similar injuries from other people. The first country to recognize Greek independence was not a Western power, but Haiti, which allegedly sent 25 tons of coffee beans to finance the Greek rebellion. I don't know who Voltaire is, but he reportedly drank up to 40 cups of coffee a day in Paris when he enjoyed his coffee mixed with chocolate. In 2012, this was genius right here. Dunkin' Donuts had an innovative ad campaign in Seoul, Korea. So what they did was everybody takes public transportation over there. So they got these misters that you like plug in that spray scent out, and every time that it would go by Dunkin' Donuts, it would spray out the smell of coffee. The campaign reached over 350,000 people and increased sales near bus stops by 30%.
Wow.
Very smart. I never thought about that before. Very smart. Both George Washington and Benjamin Franklin were against the Boston Tea Party. Although the second Earl of Grey abolished slavery and reformed child labor laws in England during his political leadership, he remains most famous for introducing his beloved tea, is named after him. Okay. A couple more things here that I found interesting. You know which 2 U.S. states now grow coffee?
Georgia? No.
Excuse me.
Washington?
No. Now,
California?
bingo, that's one. Has to have mountains and...
Utah?
No.
An ocean? Mountains and ocean?
Oceans and warm.
What's got?
I mean, it would have oceans, mountains, and warm. It needs altitude and it needs warm.
Arizona?
No. Hawaii.
Oh.
California and Hawaii are the only 2 people. You know what country produces the most coffee?
Brazil.
Yep. Do you know what the most expensive coffee in the world is? Now, you would drink this. You would have to try it. I know you would. I know your boys would for sure. And I would too. I'd have to try it at least.
What the most expensive coffee is?
Mm-hmm.
Like
coffee. It's not like it's got a brand. It's a kind of coffee.
Huh. No.
It's called Kopi Luwak.
Never would have guessed that.
It comes from the feces of an Asian palm civet, a cat.
Okay, never mind. I did know that.
You know how much it costs?
A lot.
$600 a pound. Now, honestly, you would try it though, wouldn't you?
I'm not drinking cat shit.
No, you're not. Do you understand what happens is the cat
they eat the beans and then they shit it.
No,
and then,
no. They do shit it, but they can't digest it, so it just goes right through them.
I understand.
But when it goes through them, it takes all the acid out of the coffee bean, they say.
You're still eating cat shit.
Okay, well, me and your boys would try it. Reese would try it for sure.
You eat if a cat eats a fish and then the fish runs through it too fast, are you going to dust it off and eat that fish? No.
You're not eating the coffee bean
shit.
anyways. They're boiling it and pressing it.
Well, either way, you're cooking the fish.
So you would not try it?
I think I would be out.
I think you would try it. Your boys, do you think Reese would? I know Reese would. He's a pretty adventurous eater and drinker. Well, I don't know about drinking, but did you know decaf coffee isn't completely caffeine free?
And
you know
traces of caffeine?
Yeah. And do you know what coffee beans really are? It's the actual pit of the berry. is what it is.
Right. Like, what's an equivalent of that? It's like a cherry pit, basically.
It's
like
just a pit. It's like an avocado. You don't eat
right.
It's like they would take the meat from the avocado and then do something. And they are doing stuff with have you seen the avocado seeds now? They say that's one of the most healthy things you can eat, especially they say it's going to be a next big cancer fighter. They take that and they boil it and they chop it and blend it and they purify it and they make it into some kind of things you can drink. But they say it's really good for you. Okay, you know what animal you can thank for coffee being where it is today?
Monkeys.
Goats. In the 9th century, Ethiopian farmers noticed the way the goats danced when they ate the coffee plant. A local monk decided to give it a try and realized the drink kept him up at night, and thus coffee was born. There are 2 types of coffee beans. Do you know what they are?
Arabia.
Close. Arabica. Arabica.
And
I
don't know the other
Robusta.
One. Okay.
Okay. Coffee cherries have been used as a snack, according to PBS. In the early years of coffee's rise to fame, people would use the cherries and additional fat to make energy balls. But until you eat some coffee beans, you would, or coffee stuff, would.
I think I've fried my caffeine receptors.
Do you know, we talked about it, and it goes, Finland is the biggest place that drinks coffee. Do you know how many pounds of coffee per year the average citizen there has? Now, you buy Folgers in a 1 pound block, or Dirty Duck is what we use. Dirty Duck is what
right.
we use. We use a pound of dirty. These bags right here, if I'm on camera right now, is a Dirty Duck. That's what we use. This is the Missouri Boat Ride one, and we drink right here. We got High Velocity. We got all their stuff right here, but that's a pound of coffee.
12 ounces.
Okay, it's not a pound then completely. So 4 of them make up 3 pounds. 4 bags is 3 pounds. How many bags do you think you go through a year? And you drink coffee every day.
But we're guessing Finland.
Yes. Well, it's still a pound of coffee is a pound of coffee.
I'm going to go 115 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
They put a lot in there.
27 and a half pounds per person.
Oh.
There's probably somebody there that does drink 100 pounds. That would be a pound every 3 days.
Half a pound, yeah.
That's a lot of coffee. You probably do that anyways, though. I mean, we go through
a lot out here.
1,000 pounds of coffee a year. According to the American College of Physicians, it's possible. A study done by the team showed that people who drank coffee long-term had longer mortality than many of those who were not coffee drinkers. Black coffee is calorie-free. It's 1. Last, we're going to end this on a presidential note. A president is cited for Maxwell House's slogan. Do you know what Maxwell House's slogan is? Good to the last drop.
Okay.
Andrew Jackson's former home, President Teddy Roosevelt, called the Maxwell House coffee. He enjoyed it. It was good to the last drop. And that's how Maxwell House's coffee come around.
It's presidential.
And coffee will not dehydrate you. Do you know that? It's like water. It will not dehydrate you at all. Make you pee all the time, but it will not dehydrate.
It does do that.
All right.
It does do that.
Thank y'all for listening to us. We appreciate you very much. God bless you. Check out our Instagrams. Check out our website. We've got some dates left for waterfowl hunting this year, and 1 weekend of dove hunting available still. 940-658-3172. Thank you. Peace. God bless you.
Love you. Bye.